this edition of Do My Makeup With Me because I'm stressed. Taking the boys back to the doctor today at 11:30. Steven's got his cough back. Their snot's turning green again. We've got double doctor's appointments. Made a little iced coffee because I even slept good last night, but I'm still just sleepy. Is it the super moon? When I'm filming this, apparently there's like a double full moon, which is like a super moon or a blue moon or something. Is that where the saying once in a blue moon came from? Anyways, let's get this party started. I actually have 3 new products to try. I went to Ulta first time in I don't know how long. Oh, perfect. I made him a smoothie after I made my coffee. He was like, Mommy, will you make my favorite smoothie? I was like, yep. So it's just one of those prepackaged ones from Walmart. It's like oranges, sweet potatoes, bananas, something else in that color wheel. Okay, going in with a little It Cosmetics. So, we're going back to the doctor. My oldest, we finally got him. Like, we just kept going for every time he had this really bad cough. And I was like, okay, we've got to move from treatment to preventative. So he's on like 3 medicines in the morning and 3 or 4 medicines in the evening. But then like here recently, like the past couple days, his cough, he's been coughing, but it's more watery than barky. So I don't know if that's just seasonal or what, but his snot's a light green. My other one's snot's green. And my little one, when he gets sick, like you don't even know. He just keeps going. Like last time I took him in and surprise, he had a double ear infection. So we're headed back in today. Hoping it's nothing too serious. My little pimples I keep messing with. Oh, I feel out of it. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, real quick, let's do some updates. Deodorant. I was trying this deodorant. This Hello Clean Fresh natural deodorant with charcoal. It had no aluminum. Like, that's really what I do look for in my deodorant is aluminum free. I've been aluminum free for probably 2 years now. And I think I've said this more than once. When you start the transition, you're going to sweat, you're going to stink because you're detoxing. In about a month or so, you'll notice that you stink less, but you may still sweat a little bit more because you don't have that aluminum clogging your pores. I use this. This was terrible for me. I could smell myself. Like whenever I'd reach for something or I sit a lot of times with like my hands behind my back, I could smell me. This was more expensive too. I went back to Dr. Teal's. This has been the best aluminum-free deodorant that I have found, that I have used. Aluminum-free deodorant. This is the eucalyptus. I love this. It's like $5 at Walmart. Best one I've used. Then on the perfume front, I don't know if I've ever talked about this. I've been telling my husband for a while now that like, hey, I want a nice perfume, like a fancy perfume. I have a lot of like these body sprays that aren't quite as potent, body mist that aren't quite as potent as like the big time scent smells that I got at TJ Maxx. But like I've never had an expensive perfume. So the other day I was at TJ Maxx and I remember seeing this perfume from What Would Lizzie Do on TikTok, no, YouTube. She likes this brand. I don't think she had this specific scent, but this brand she talked about a lot. So I picked up this Escada, the Flor del Sol. I am hillbilly and white, I know. Escada Flor del Sol. It was on sale for $30. It used to be like $60 or $70. And look how like nice the bottle is. This smells so good. I will put the notes on the screen because I can't remember right now. It's not fruity. It's a little bit, I don't want to say dark. Maybe deep is the right word. It's got sandalwood. I know that. It's like mysterious, if that makes sense. Because there was a brand that I was sniffing at Ulta the other day, and it just smelled like baby powder. It just smelled, I couldn't even handle it. Mysterious, kind of dark. I don't even know. I just love it, and I'm so happy that I found it because I had wanted Escada ever since I watched. You hear that? Ever since I watched What Would Lizzie Do? Alright, let's get over to the makeup. So, not a new thing, but what I repurchased because this one has to be old. It has to be. Okay, I can't even get this one out because everything is clean. I repurchased the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara, the red. Haven't had this in a while, and I really wanted to repurchase it. Now, for new makeup, I found this at Walmart, and I thought I would give this a try because it's going to be fall soon, and with fall comes more matte makeup because we're not sweating it all off. This is from Revolution, or the Relove brand. They're super matte 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I can tell you right now that I will not be using this as concealer. My under eyes do not do well with super dry stuff. This is in the shade F1. So we're going to try that out. Like I said, this was like $4 or $5 at Walmart. What, baby? Was your smoothie good? Okay, go ahead and put it in the sink. Good job. That's great. Then I picked up this little eyeshadow stick. This is the new Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-Hour Eye Stick. This is shade number 10. I am shining. It's like this just really, I thought it was more like a topper, like this really pretty kind of icy champagne color. So we'll try that on top of like eyeshadow primer and a little bit of a matte base. And then this was really the star. When I seen these on TikTok, I really wanted to try these. These are the Juvia Place blushed liquid blush, and this is in the shade Dahlia. What this looked like to me when I seen it was that liquid blush that a girl on TikTok was using that she said was from Saie, S-A-I-E. But I seen this and I thought that this looked interesting. It's like very red rusty, and I was even swatching a bunch of blushes from my collection, and I don't have anything that's this color. The only thing that came relatively close was this blush from About Face. This is the Cheek Freak Blush Balm in Smash, but even it didn't quite have the same undertone. So I really don't have anything this color in my collection. Like, trust me, I swatched it. I had swatches all over my hand, and my son was like, Mom, and I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so let me, since I've already talked for 10 minutes, throw on an eyebrow, prime my eyelids, and then we'll start on the eyeshadow look. Okay, I shaved my eyebrows and my right here, and I accidentally cut my nose, so ignore that. My eyebrows don't match, but like I'm over it, and we're just gonna move on as I continue to work on them. Okay, that's just gonna have to be good enough. I did already prime eyebrows. I don't know, I just messed with them. I primed with my pigment base from Profusion. You're probably like, well, how am I gonna know if this eyeshadow works if you're giving it the up advantage of an eyeshadow primer? Good question, but I say back to you, I would do this like regardless of what I'm using, so it's only fair to give it the same playing field that I would any other eyeshadow that I'm using or testing. So take that how you will. I'm going to use this Good as Gold palette from ColourPop. Put a little, I want this warm brown shade in my crease. I'm going to go in very lightly because it is going to be pigmented and dark. So I'm going to load up my brush, but then I'm also going to tap it off. Kind of place it. This ain't the brush I want. This is too small. There you are. And just start fluffing that in a windshield wiper motion right there in my crease. Okay, since that is a little bit more pigmented than normal, I'm also going to go in with this shade from the palette, which is State of Mind, and just blend that out a little bit up into my brow. Oh, there was like some pink or some red on this brush. I've got like pinkish shimmer right there. That's not going to work for me. Let's try. Pause. Okay, I had to do a little fixaroo there, but we're back. So now what I want to do is go in with that State of Mind shade and pack that onto the lid so that the Maybelline eyeshadow stick has something to kind of go on top of. Alright, so now let's give this a go. I'm not a super big eyeshadow stick person. Don't ask me what persuaded me to pick this up from Ulta. My issue with these crayons is that a lot of times when I use it, little flecks kind of break off, and that makes me angry. But I've kind of like warmed it up and angled it to where I can draw on my eyelid. Oh, the whole premise of this is that it can be used as an eyeshadow or an eyeliner, I believe is what the little display said at Ulta. Honestly, it's not as shimmery or wet as I had hoped. Like, it looks pretty dry, and it's not really, I'm not getting any shimmer. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't get the shimmer. It's also picking up the eyeshadow that I placed underneath, like on my hand, or it says on my eyes. Okay, I don't like it for that. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this 24 karat, pack that on top so that there's actually like some shimmer on my lid. We're gonna save that, and we're gonna go back in with that as the inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight and see kind of how that works. Okay, so then I'm gonna go back in with this, take a look, just a little bit of that dark brown color. So now, as soon as I find it, I want to do a little half liner. This is the Believe Beauty Long Lasting Eyeliner in Enchanted. I'm going to show up to work and they're going to be like, what in the world? I'm like, I know. I was stressed. I needed to relax. This little angled brow brush, and I use that to kind of blend this out, smudge it out, I guess. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the mascara. Again, this is a repurchase, the the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara here. Yay! Here's what the wand looks like. It's like this very interesting corkscrew bend type deal. So I'm going to start there and then kind of like twist it and work it up. So just a little tip I've discovered with these Essence mascaras, you need to let them kind of dry just a little bit, like wait for them to dry out, and then they kind of perform at peak optimal. They are at optimal performance once they dry up just a little bit. Don't ask me why, but I found that to be true over the years. So now, I know I put that lotion, but have y'all seen the razzle dazzle going on about them, like everybody freaking out about the Jelly Pop Dew Primer coming back? So since I have it, let's do it on one side. We'll do it on this side. It smells good. It smells like a Jolly Rancher. Let's see what all the hype's about. I don't think I really like this. Okay, that side's still pretty moisturized. So now we're going to go in with the, like I said, Revolution Super Matte 2-in-1 Foundation Concealer. I'm not using this as concealer. I am going to take this on the back of my hand. It is just like an open bottle or whatever. And I'm just going to brush this on because I do not want to go heavy-handed with this, seeing that it is a matte foundation. I would rather go small and build up. Let's start there, and then I am going to use this flat kabuki top brush to start pressing it into the skin. Oh, it's not really moving from where I place it. It's kind of like where it wants to stay. Don't forget we have the Jelly Pop primer on this side. We're definitely gonna need more. Seriously, I'm gonna walk into work and they're gonna be like, what in the world? I thought, like, listen, I had time, I was anxious. This is how I calm my brain. Yeah, definitely. Do you see that? Like, it's not blending. I think that instead of doing like my all over face and blending, I would encourage you to do this section by section and blend it in. So that's like one layer. I had to kind of put a little bit more on my forehead, but I still think I would consider that one layer. So let's get in the mirror and see what this looks like. There's the hair. I could feel it and I couldn't see it. I like it and I don't like it. I'm gonna take my sponge. I'm gonna spray a little bit of this Flower Seal the Deal Luminizing Setting Spray on this, and I'm just gonna kind of press in everywhere. Kind of want to see what that does. Like, does it press it in? Does it pick it up? Here's what it looks like. Now remember, this is the Jelly Pop primer side. It's like kind of breaking up right there. I didn't really go over my nose heavily because I know that that would not look good, and I'm just going to wait and save that for concealer. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me blend that little spot out on my eye. Okay, for concealer, I'm going to go in with Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Concealer. Alright, I'm gonna blend all that out and I'll be back. I did the concealer, but I also contoured. I don't know. I'm getting lost in the sauce. I used the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in Feeling Shady. Did a little contouring with that. Okay. Here's what I'm really excited about. This blush from Juvia's Place. Again, this is in the shade Dahlia. Here's what I'll tell you. It is uber pigmented. Like, literally, just the little bit that, like, shakes off when you do that is enough. This blends 4 days. So, like, literally, that's what I'm going to start with. If you buy one of these, you're going to have to be buried with it because you're never going to run out of it, is the moral of the story. I wasn't kidding when I said this was pigmented. Did you see how small of a dot that was? Holy crap. Oh, that's really pretty. And that looks so nice on top of that foundation. I like that a lot. I'm going to clean that up here in just a second. If you swipe all that, your whole face is going to have to be this blush. Oh, that was too much. This stuff is nuts. These would be awesome if you like have like a makeup kit because you would never run out. Like if you're a makeup artist, holy cow, these would be an excellent investment. You'll never run out. I mean, look at that. It's too much. And it was just that littlest, bittiest baby dot. That's beautiful. Wow. I really like that. I do need to clean it up a little bit though. So let's go in with some powder. So now let's do bronzer and lip. Was that everything I had? Yeah, that was all the new stuff. So for bronzer, I think I'm going to do a little bit of just the Milani matte. I think I'm going to do a matte lip too. Your girl never does a matte lip. So, let's go back in. Let's do inner corner and brow and see how that works. I almost forgot. Save your money. I'm not a fan of that. It's not doing anything for me. Okay, back to the lip. For lip liner, we're going in with the Revolution Satin Kiss lip liner. I'm going to say it's chauffeur. Can't really tell. It's rubbed off, but I'm pretty sure that's the shade I have. Okay, so for my lip, I'm going to go in with this Maybelline Color Sensational Matte Lipstick. It even says like Ultimate on it. This is in the shade More Buff. Oh, that works with that lip liner really well. I don't know though. Does that give me enough color? I'm going to take just a little bit of this Bordeaux. Kind of give me like a little bit of a darker outside. There we go. Let's give me just the slightest bit of color that I need. Okay, let's give it a little spray and then we'll check everything out. This is illuminating spray, but it's literally the only spray I have. Okay, let's take a look. Remember this side had the Jelly Pop Primer. Oh, I guess that spray did give a little bit of glow, didn't it? Okay, it looks ever so dry right between my eyes, but I've seen worse. So it's not the worst that I've ever used as far as a matte foundation. Everything blended really nicely on top of it. Like that blush. That blush looks so nice. I can't even explain how much I enjoy this blush. Really, I think the only dud was the shadow stick. I'm just not a big shadow stick person. I always end up putting something over top because I feel like it's not giving me enough. So maybe that's just not my cup of tea. But anyway, here's what my makeup's looking like. It is 10:30. We're going to rock this the rest of the day, and if I end up going to work, if the little ones aren't like sick with anything bad, I'll be working till like 6:30. So I can give you a checkup when I come back home. So here's what it looks like, and I will see you later this evening. Okay, coming back to you with a check-in. We're looking at the Super Matte 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer Full Coverage from Revolution. Also, just a reminder, this side had the Jelly Pop Primer, this side did not. I'm getting ready to clean my bedroom, and this is going to be destroyed. So, thought I would get you a check-in before I start that. Let's take a look. I will say, This side of my blush has some patchiness. That's my bad. On the way to the doctor's, I felt like I had too much. I took a tissue and tried to blot it. So that like brokenness that you see right there, I did that. I really would like to see how, like, it's obviously wore off on my chin a little bit. I would love to see how full coverage I could get this. Like if it could really cover up all my freckles on my forehead or not. But honestly, it has wore very nicely. Not really seeing much of a difference from the Jelly Pop primer side to the other side. My face is matte and I feel like it wore really well. I wonder, let's try a little experimente before I get going. I really wonder if I can like get this to a level that, let's see, what's something we really want to cover? Like my freckles in this area. Let's just see how full coverage we could really get this. We're just going to do this one side of my forehead. So I would say this would probably be like the second layer of foundation. Okay, let's just, maybe not even a layer. I'm really not putting on that much. The key with these super, super matte foundations is to go in with small layers and really take your time and build it up. Otherwise, you are going to get kind of like a cakey outcome from the foundation. It's thick though. I can't hardly get it out of the tube. I really think too, pressing it into the skin is a big key versus swiping it, which you could do with something that's a little bit more luminous, a little bit more glidey. Where this is a little bit thicker and more of a matte consistency, the pressing in really helps. So now let's look. Okay, I feel like that, aside from like my chickenpox scar, really has covered my freckles. It is falling into my creases a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you really can build this up to a nice full coverage. I'm not a super full coverage gal, so... Oh, my light's not all the way up. Hold on. There we go. I was like, why is it so dark? There we go. I mean, it's definitely more full coverage than this side. I think you can work with it. And really, the wear is nice, which is the best part of the whole thing. Is that through cleaning my boys' bedroom, it has worn nicely. It did come off on my chin. It's worn away nicely, which I know I've mentioned that before. Let's see if we can like get that to cover up. I'm gonna take just a little bit. Okay, so maybe not full coverage, maybe more medium coverage. I would say like a high medium coverage. Yeah, because see, it's not building up to cover that. So full coverage, no. High medium, yes. Wore very nicely. For someone with dry skin like me to be like, wow, I like this super matte foundation, that says a lot. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.